되고 계신 겁니까?
금부로 압송에 가면 아버님도 더는 말씀하지 않으실 겁니다.
남행 감찰? 이선준 때문에? 아니면 김윤식?
이게 왜 여기 있는 겁니까?
잘 생각해 보시오. 좀 성의껏.
꼭 말로 해야지 알겠어?
말로 하지 않고 내가 그걸 어찌한단 말이오.
Shangweka, shangweka, shangweka! Ni wakati wa kutambulika sasa. Harusi, send off, hafla za kidini, mahafali,
unani, waoka keki, wapishi, wapambaji, wapiga picha.
Pata fursa ya kutangaza kazi zako. Ni kila Jumamosi saa 3 kamili usiku katika kituo chako bora cha ITV Superbrand Afrika Mashariki.
Lete video ya sherehe yako iliyohaririwa kwa ubora wa picha na sauti inayoanzia dakika 5 kwa gharama ya shilingi 350,000. Kwa maelezo zaidi wasiliana na idara ya masoko ITV.
Capital News tonight. Floods kill 9 people and destroy more than 500 acres of crops in Korogwe. James Rugemalira and Habinda set a right to DPP to pardon from economic sabotage offences. And the Oktoberfest take place tomorrow in Moshi town. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. 9 people have died from floods in Korogwe district, Tanga region, caused by heavy rains, which also destroyed more than 500 acres of crops and a bridge which links Bungu village and Korogwe town. Villages most affected by the floods include Kerenge and Makorora. Many residents in Korogwe town have been forced to leave their homes and take shelter at New Korogwe bus terminal and wait for government assistance.
Our rice and maize farms have been affected due to the water, thus we need help. The situation here is bad because up till now, throughout Korogwe district, over 9 people have died due to today's rains. I have never seen such a thing throughout my entire life, and I am 68 years old. We're used to seeing such rains during El Nino and during spring rains, but not during this period. It has destroyed over 500 hectares of rice.
Harbinda Asset and James Rugemalira, who are facing charges of economic sabotage, have written a letter to the Director of Public Prosecution agreeing to have committed the offences and requesting to be pardoned. This was revealed by Advocate Michael Ngalo, who is defending Harbinda Asset, and James Rugemalira's advocate Dora Mabsabo, who, when the case came up for mention at Kisutu Resident Magistrate Court in Dar es Salaam. However, the advocates said there has been no response to their letters from the DPP. On his part, State Advocate Wankio Simon said that the accused requests are being worked on and that they will be given a response. The case has been adjourned until October 24th when it comes up for another mention. President Dr. John Magufuli has issued a 14-day deadline to cotton buying companies in Katavi to pay farmers money for cotton they have harvested, as only 2,000 kilos out of 7,000 kilos of the cotton has been paid for. President Dr. John Magufuli gave the directive in Katavi region, where he inaugurated the Sitalika Mpanda Road and also laid the foundation stone for 342 kilometers Mpanda Tabora Road.
Companies that have purchased cotton must pay farmers within 14 days, and Minister of Agriculture and the Regional Commissioner and everyone involved, as well as the relevant banks, you must see to this. This is what bothers the people. They must start to operate here. I will not leave Mpanda without boarding ATCL aircraft. These people are in need of this service. I cannot purchase aircrafts only to use other airports. I know there was the challenge concerning the size of the airport, but we've rectified that. The cost to transport cotton for value addition has been lowered, but let me assure you, Honorable President, that we will build a factory to do value addition here in Katavi. We don't want unprocessed cotton to leave this place. Today you've opened this road worth 36 kilometers, but you put a cornerstone for the construction of Tabora Mpanda worth 342 kilometers. This road, Honorable President, is the backbone of the region of Katavi.
3 people were killed and 7 others seriously injured in an elephant attack in Toloha, Ward Mwanga District, Kilimanjaro region. The chairman of Kongoni village, Alfi Yahya, has said that frequent elephant invasions have affected development activities and destroyed their crops.
On this elephant issue, how long will you pay us for? With the hunger that occurs here, no matter how much money you pay us, these people will not live a good life. Elephants have become a problem. We have planted, but now we have low hopes to get a harvest. We do not say no to elephants. They are a resource, as you say, but the elephants need to live in a wildlife park. In Dipende Division, 3 have died and 7 have been injured. Some of them are still in the hospital and have not been discharged. Just under a week ago at Ngulu, a woman had both her legs and her arm broken, and she is still in the hospital. We have a reserve for the public. Our first priority is the public. So what we are doing is right because we have to work with the public as they are the priority and these resources are for them.
The government has directed all municipalities in the country to allocate special areas for youth to conduct income-generating activities, as well as for establishment of industries. The directive was given by Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa at the opening of the Youth Week held nationally at Pilipili grounds in Lindi region.
Haya yote ofisi yangu, ofisi ya waziri mkuu kupitia programu ya kukuza ujuzi nchini.
The Prime Minister's office has a program to foster skills, which was started to train on modern agriculture, this new technology in all municipal councils across the country. This type of farming will enable farmers to get more yield in limited space. As per information provided, by the end of 2018, more than 217,882.36 was set aside. Therefore, I order all municipal councils to make sure that land set aside is used as intended. Our father of the nation's thoughts have been the foundation of our nation, which is united, peaceful, loving, and together. The National Youth Commendation this year is exceptional because during this week, we shall be remembering 20 years since the passing of the father of our nation, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, and Tanzanians have realized that the father of the nation is our legacy. Majaliwa James. Why the youth? It is because they form more than 56% of our national's workforce, but they also take part in conservation efforts, although there are some who engage in dishonorable activities of which, if well engaged, they can take part in conservation efforts.
Ongoing rains in Dar es Salaam have caused the death of one child and many residents to seek shelter in neighboring houses in Msisiri B, Mwananyamala ward due to floods. Tanzania Meteorology Authority TMA has continued to warn the public to take measures in preparedness on the effects of the rains.
They claim that a canal will be constructed to take rainwater from this place to the sea. Our houses get flooded. People live under such conditions. We have no other option and nowhere to go. We forecast that there will be a short period of heavy rainfall as well as strong winds and strong currents in Great Lakes. We ask the general public to obey weather forecasts given.
The government of Norway has pledged continued support to Tanzania in various sectors, including the challenge of climate change. The pledge was made by the ambassador of Norway in the country, Elizabeth Jacobsen, during the closing of an international conference on climate change at the University of Dar es Salaam.
I think it's important that the knowledge generated by scientists in climate issues are conveyed to other parts of the government in Tanzania. We've had a long-term partnership with Tanzania, and we have been here throughout thick and thin in good days and bad days, and I think we have a very trusted relationship where we can have a good dialogue.
I think it's really important in these climate conferences and climate debates that we prioritize the knowledge of the local people living in the villages, because they are the ones working with the resource every day. So they have a lot of knowledge about that resource and the climate changes that are happening, and they can tell us how they use the resources, the challenges they're facing.
This conference has showcased a lot of good research that has been produced on the issue of climate change and climate adaptation. But it's not only enough to produce the knowledge. We must also make sure that the knowledge is being used.
The Land Transport Regulatory Authority, LATRA, has conducted an inspection operation at Msamvu Bus Terminal in Morogoro, which discovered several violations in many buses. These include drivers driving under the influence of alcohol, faulty and dirty buses, and tampering of speed governors. And the Deputy Speaker, Dr. Tilia Axon, has said Parliament will ensure all laws which undermine various groups in society are amended in order to ensure there is equal opportunity for all. The Deputy Speaker made this statement in Dar es Salaam during the second conference on Girls' Voices.
Let me assure you that we are aware of this matter and is under process, and we are stressing on it, as it is right that everyone must get their right in the community, and all practices that intend to oppress women we are working on. Although it could take some time, it is something that we need to address.
We are very proud and we are very honored to have this partnership with CDF and with the DUSA University and all the partners that are here today, and that we are able to pursue this agenda forward together. So we're talking about the resources, the rights, and the right to equal representation. These are the 3 R's that are at the heart of our feminist foreign policy.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows shortly. Welcome back, and in international news. 2 fishermen from Tanzania have died and 2 others were rescued in Malindi along the coast of Kenya when their boat capsized after being hit by strong waves. The chairman of Watamu Beach Management, Hosman Mwambire, has called on the government of Kenya to support them with modern rescue operation facilities to enable them conduct rescue operations efficiently.
Another person who is now deceased. We were fighting against the water together. I swam very hard, and when I got near the area, I met 2 people. One that had a small canoe over there, and another who was pulling nets. When I got there, I was crying out for help. 4 waves crashed in and caused the boat to get filled with water. There were 4 of us. When it started filling up, we dispersed, trying to get to the shore. When we got close to the shore, we found people and a boat that helped us. We found 1 body, which we buried at 1 p.m. at Watamu Cemetery. But we have not found 1 body. We have sent people out into the water to search. It is important for each county to ensure that each BMU has a rescue boat.
Alliance for National Transformation Party, led by General Mugisha Muntu, has called on politicians to cooperate in the fight against poverty. He also said that the problem of poverty in the country cannot be solved without cooperation or by removing President Yoweri Museveni.
Anyone who is old enough or wise enough can see that this regime is going to come to an end, even though the date is not known. That is not the issue. The issue is the problem Uganda faces are more than rule and cannot be resolved even if Museveni gets out of power today.
And President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya has arrived in Addis Ababa to join other leaders from the East African region to witness the inauguration of Unity Park Hall. Other presidents present to witness the occasion include Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, Salva Kiir of South Sudan, and Sudan's Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok. And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. The Commissioner General of Tanzania Revenue Authority, TRA, Dr. Edwin Mhede, has called on producers to continue using electronic stamps as they enable customers identify genuine products in the market and also protect local industries. My call to other producers is to continue using ETS as directed according to tax regulations. It is possible that in fulfilling ETS, there are some challenges in card, since once there is new technology, sometimes it has some challenges in implementation and not irregularities. This means that through these challenges, then there are rooms for improvements. I would like to call on to other ETS users first to appreciate the system, because if your intentions are paying taxes and all your records are set clear, then you should not fear the system at all. Tanzania Tourism Board has started to implement new strategies aimed at improving the tourism market in the United Kingdom, which are being implemented in cooperation with the UK Embassy and executives from travel agent companies.
For us in tourism, we have got to always change with the times. You know, we don't necessarily have to go for bigger groups, because so long as someone or a group of 2 or 3 or 4 people can broadcast Tanzania out there.
Lucky enough to be the British High Commissioner to Tanzania for 3 years. I've travelled much of the country for work and for holidays, and I've seen for myself the beauty of the country, the wonderful wildlife, the beautiful beaches, and the general hospitality of Tanzanian people. And I know that the British visitors who come every year from the UK also enjoy that as well.
And Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, has called on stakeholders from the private sector, particularly local contractors, to get into joint ventures in order to benefit from investment opportunities in various projects. Our government is determined to construct railways, roads, airports, harbours, and our call to the government is for Tanzanians to be given priority. We would like to emphasize to our fellows from PPRA that we are deeply grateful for their cooperation and enlighten us on issues of prioritizing domestic contractors, which are recognized legally. But what we should address to PPRA is that although there are laws in favor of the domestic contractors, however, they are also entitled in implementation of the law. And that is the end of Business News. Sports News follows up next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
And in sports news, the October 1st preparations have been finalized and will take place tomorrow at Moshi Town. The event will bring people from different parts of the world.
Mwaka huu tumeandaa kitu kinachoitwa Oktoberfest. Ni tamasha ambalo ni kubwa linaloleta watu kutoka sehemu mbalimbali za Tanzania, na tamasha hili lina lengo la kuhakikisha kwamba watu wanakuwa na muhemko wa starehe ama fun. Ni vyakula, kunywa, kula na kuhakikisha kwamba watu wanapata starehe ya music.
Under 15 national football team head coach Maalim Saleh has said that Ngorongoro Heroes' success is due to good preparations.
They have a database of even players from the Super League that are under the required age. It is important that we follow these processes. Recently, our teams have been brilliant. They are well trained and they can participate in Super Leagues. They are performing so well that I wasn't surprised when they won in Uganda.
The family marathon, which will involve parents, their children and house help, expected to take place on 8th of December in Dar es Salaam. The event will start with a 1-kilometer walks for children.
I love the family marathon idea because it brings us together as a family and starts to give children the culture of checking their health. Since we'll also come as a family, your child sees another person's child and another, and so it doesn't just help with health improvement, but building social connections.
Mourinho turned down Lyon's approach to become their new manager because he has already found another club, according to the League One side's president Jean-Michel Aulas. Here's more on the story.
With Manchester United almost a year ago has yet to return to the game in a major capacity since his Old Trafford exit. Instead, the former Real Madrid boss has turned to punditry, making regular appearances on television while dropping hints about his future. League One heavyweights Lyon sacked Silvinho on Monday after just one win in his last 9 matches at the helm, and Aulas had identified Mourinho as a target to take the helm. However, speaking to reporters via telephone news conference, the 70-year-old revealed that the ex-Chelsea and Inter Milan turned them down on account of having another job lined up.
And Jurgen Klopp remains fully committed to Liverpool, but considers that an offer to coach the German national side is something he would think about if ever approached. Here's the story.
For now, Germany continued to work with Joachim Löw at the helm, and he boasts plenty of coaching credit in the bank from a World Cup triumph in 2014, while he currently has his sights set on Euro 2020. There will, however, come a day when a change in the dugout is made and a high-profile position comes up for grabs. Klopp, given his success in homeland with Borussia Dortmund and during his spell at Liverpool, would undoubtedly come into the reckoning.
Sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.
It's a very interesting vegetable. I prefer my eggplants either ways, cooked in stews, grilled or fried. I love them anyhow. And Mimi, just bring it on except for it being raw. How do you like your eggplants?
This week on Culinary Delights.
Na ukiweka eggplant na yenyewe bila, kwa sababu tunakaanga bila kuisok na maji na yenyewe itaenda kupoteza maji, utapata kitu kikavu. Na sisi ni yetu tunataka tupate kitu ambacho kama tope. Then ndo tuendelee na recipe nzima ili tutengeneze hizo balls zetu.
On Sunday at 7:30 p.m. only on Capital Television.
ITV, EATV, Capital TV, Radio 1, East Africa Radio na Capital Radio sasa zinapatikana kupitia satellite Interset 22 uelekeo 72.1 degree east C-band, frequency 3671 MHz, symbol rate 8571 kilosymbol per second, forward error correction 2/3, polarization horizontal.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.